Hey everyone, it's the Media Men. I'm Ben.
And I'm Keegan.
And today we're talking about Star Wars Rebels Episode 4, Brothers of the Broken Horn. So, Keegan, what did you think about this episode?
I thought, as always, Star Wars Rebels is living up and surpassing expectations from last season. I liked it from the very start when Rex was showing Ezra how to shoot a gun, and then there was kind of like mixed feelings from Kanan about him learning to be a soldier instead of a Jedi, or, learning to be both a soldier and a Jedi. So yeah. I thought that was interesting, that they're definitely still showing that they have a confrontation between Rex and Kanan.
Yeah, and I think that also kind of connects back to the Clone Wars and how it was a problem for many Jedi, how the Jedi were soldiers in the war, basically. They were commanding the war.
Yeah, they were commanders.
So they weren't really peacekeepers, they were like generals fighting a war.
Yeah, so I wonder if Kanan was initially being raised as a Padawan to become a commander, a general.
Well, I don't know if they do that having that in mind. At least that's not what the Clone Wars made it seem.
No, it didn't. But Anakin always brought Ahsoka on the battles and stuff, so that's why she became a good general.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm wondering if was that only Anakin that was bringing his Padawan on these militaristic missions, or was that most Jedis at the time?
I don't think so, because in Kanan's backstory, he sees his master get killed by clones. So I haven't read the backstory, but it sounds like they were either on a mission or something along those lines, and then the clones killed him. So I would assume he was on some sort of mission, though. If anyone who listens would like to correct us in the comments who has read the Kanan comic books and book, then feel free to comment and let us know.
Yeah, and I know that in a recent talk with Freddie Prinze Jr., he said that this season Kanan is going to be really tested, and he's going to go to a dark place as a Jedi Knight. He's not a knight, but he's working his way to become a Jedi Knight almost, and it's really... he's going to have to make decisions that are going to make or break him.
Yeah, I'm very eager to see that. I'm wondering what he's going to see that's going to make him feel conflicted.
Yeah, it could be something to do with maybe, Hera dying or getting really injured or something.
No way Hera dies in Season 2.
I don't think so either, but if she was maybe severely injured by an Inquisitor or something, that might really test Kanan in his ability to overcome and not succumb to the dark side.
That's true. Or maybe Darth Vader will tempt him, be like, I have all your friends. If you don't turn, then I'm going to kill all of them. Maybe. I don't think that's what will happen, but...
No, I don't think so either.
I think if anyone gets that temptation, it'll be Ahsoka. Like, that specific temptation.
I don't think so. She's been on the straight and narrow for too long, I think.
Yeah, I meant more so like Darth Vader would try to do that with her.
Oh, yeah. I think it might definitely be attempted by Darth Vader. I think that's a very strong possibility. I don't think Ahsoka would turn to the dark side.
No way. She's got those white lightsabers in the teaser posters and stuff. So
yeah, that does look really sweet.
It does. I mean, I wonder if we'll find out why or how she got new lightsabers, but it's not too important. So Hondo, another character from Clone Wars, a fan favorite from Clone Wars, was in this episode. He was funny. He was just... I just rewatched a lot of the Clone Wars recently, and he's exactly the same.
Yeah, he's a great character. I loved him and Ezra, their relationship. I mean, once he found out that Ezra lied and said he was Lando, he was like, "You lied to me? I like you."
Yeah, I knew I liked you. I love that. He's not the type of pirate that gets mad at you for double-crossing him, because he double-crosses people all the time.
Yeah, he takes it as a strategic business move that he admires almost in a sense.
Yeah, it was definitely very funny.
He also, I think, brought up Anakin when he said, "I used to be close or friends with a Jedi," or at least I think we were friends.
It's either Ahsoka or Anakin. I'm thinking it could be either one of them.
It could also be Obi-Wan.
It could be any one of those three.
Yeah, but he was definitely referring to that group of characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
yeah, huh?
The episode really did just follow, Hondo, Ezra, and Chopper, which was a nice kind of different style of episode, which was...
Yeah, they just focused on... I mean, really, the episode is about Ezra.
Yeah, and he was really questioning at the beginning his intentions. Like, did he want to be a Jedi? Did he want to be a soldier? Did he want to be neither? He seemed very unsure at the beginning of the episode.
He seemed like, maybe he thought a pirate would be an easier life.
Yeah,
I thought it was interesting to note how he mentioned not being hunted by Inquisitors.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, did the last episode really set him up to start questioning like that? I don't remember him at all last episode, like, wavering at all in his abilities and what he wants to do.
No, I don't think so either, but it's possible that the situation scared him. That's why he brought up the Inquisitors later, because he's scared.
Yeah.
He doesn't like being in a situation where his life is in danger.
No, it seemed that way. And now that there's more than one Inquisitor, I think he's definitely feeling the pressure more.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like the episode opted more for the comedy more than it did the emotional moments. So I don't know if that was delved into enough, because it seemed like it was kind of resolved at the end.
Yeah.
But maybe not entirely.
I think it was pretty much resolved. One question I did have, though, is when Ezra first meets Hondo, they were approached by an Empire ship, right? It was a checkpoint, I think.
Yeah.
So they said this is a checkpoint, and then they immediately started firing at the ship. So what is the point of the checkpoint if you're just gonna, like, it's more of a blockade, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they weren't really paying attention to the Empire enough, so they just started shooting. I don't know, the Empire aren't very nice. Then again,
they're not, but usually they have a system of, like, identifying aircrafts or spacecrafts.
Yeah,
and
they do. What I find weird is, what's the point of a checkpoint when you can just go into hyperspace?
I don't know either.
The whole concept of, like, a planet blockade doesn't really make much sense either. So,
no,
I don't know.
Especially if anyone can get by with a functional shield generator.
Exactly. If anyone can get by with a functional shield generator, then it's not a very good blockade.
Yeah, I don't know. But, those blockades might be for, like, larger ships that have...
That's true.
Like, slower reaction times and stuff. So that, I guess that could be it. Or, like, if they're, like, importing really important cargo, not, like, just a few crates.
Yeah. They could also be moderating the ships that are coming from the planet. Monitoring, sorry. So that could be it, too.
Yeah. So, that would make a lot of sense to see what kind of space traffic is going on, if you will.
Yeah, because it's very odd, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of funny. No. Chopper was a lot of fun in this episode too. I like how he got the two guns and it was like rubber.
I like how he was able to, like, save them.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He just ran in there with the crates and knocked out like 3 guards.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, Chopper's no R2-D2, but he's making a good case for himself as an astromech droid.
He's also very sassy.
Yeah, I like it. It's funny. His character fit really well with the dynamic of Hondo, because Hondo is so, like, I don't know, schemy.
Yeah, but I don't know, Hondo's such a fun character because he has no allegiances to anyone. So.
Yeah, like, he doesn't really think about good or bad as much. What I did find interesting was Hondo saving Ezra.
I thought the same thing as soon as he pushed him out of the way. That was a very selfless act of Hondo that you haven't actually seen yet between Clone Wars or obviously this episode up until that point.
I mean, you've seen him make, like, nice decisions, but
usually they were just
never like that.
Him.
Yeah, exactly. Never in the sense where he put his life in danger to help save someone else. It's to that extent, anyways.
It could also be that he knew he needed Ezra to help him survive that.
Yeah, that too. That
could also be a selfish reason that he would have done it. But
well, I believe the last time we saw Hondo in Clone Wars, he was talking about how that day he had a soft spot for kids.
Yeah.
So maybe he never relinquished that soft spot.
That's true. And Ezra also saved him with his force powers.
That was awesome.
I thought, his powers were right on point there. I think because he was reacting purely of emotion, which is why he was able to conjure so much force, when before, like in previous episodes, it looks like it was a lot harder for him to lift smaller objects.
Yeah. It's so weird because you see such bursts of strength when, not that this was what Ezra was doing, but when characters use the dark side, but I was watching a Clone Wars episode and Obi-Wan made, like, a really good point. He was like, it takes more strength to resist the dark side, so people who overcome the dark side will always be stronger than those who use it. And that makes sense, right? Because they're not giving in, and they're working harder and not taking the easy way.
But
so I thought that was kind of interesting.
I think Vegeta works pretty hard too, and is still struggling to surpass others. But it comes more naturally too, if you want to take that reference.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, no, it was just a really solid episode. I don't really have anything negative to say about it other than it kind of felt like they skimmed over Ezra's dilemma in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty self-contained episode, it felt like. It just, they skimmed over Ezra's dilemma, but that was kind of like the center of his dilemma. Like, the center of the episode was that dilemma, even though they didn't feel like that was completely addressed the whole time.
I don't want to say it was a filler episode.
But it was a filler episode.
Yeah. I mean, because filler has such a negative connotation to it. It was a lot of fun, and it was a good episode. It just wasn't, it didn't advance the plot, really, or the characters too much. But seeing Hondo again was a lot of fun. I hope we see him again.
Yeah, and I'm sure other Clone Wars characters will appear throughout Season 2 as well.
Oh, definitely. I think it might have been Freddie Prinze Jr. or someone, or Dave Filoni, that mentioned that we're going to see a lot of old Star Wars characters, either from the Clone Wars or otherwise. So that's going to be sweet.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like how they structured the episode and that you don't have to know who Hondo is to enjoy it.
Yeah, all the characters they bring in from Clone Wars seem to be characters that you can instantly relate to and, understand and enjoy them. You don't feel like you're missing information. Even though with, like, Ahsoka, the extra information of the Clone Wars would be super helpful. But I still don't think that a new user would really care too much that they don't know more about her backstory. Like, they would still enjoy all the episodes.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, the emotional moment of seeing her again was pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, that kind of drove the end of episode 2.
Oh, yeah. When I found out Volcrum was Ahsoka, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all.
Mind blown.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
I do think that you might need the Clone Wars, however, when Ahsoka finally confronts Vader to have any sort of meaning or connotation to that fight.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably go into how he was my master, he was amazing, I don't know what happened, blah, 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 blah. But, we might get a flashback maybe, but I feel like there'll just be some words spoken about how he was his
they'll
master.
Probably just be them talking about, or her, maybe even Rex talking about how they knew Anakin.
The thing is that in A New Hope, I don't think that people knew Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader.
They did not. That's why the reveal was so huge. Yeah,
so what I'm curious about is maybe there's certain members of the Rebel Alliance that do know. If they don't kill the characters that find out, assuming. Maybe just Ahsoka. The reveal would be most important to Ahsoka and then Ezra and Kanan, because they're all Jedi.
Yeah. I think, well, at this point, Ahsoka's the only one who has suspicion that Darth Vader is Anakin.
Yeah, I mean, Anakin was probably some guy Kanan heard about, but I doubt he knew that he betrayed the Jedi Order.
Yeah, it seems that nobody knows that Anakin turned to the dark side, except for a very select few people. Because,
I mean, Yoda, and that's it. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, every Jedi that encountered him when he was turning to the dark side, he basically slaughtered. So,
yeah,
I think, anyone that did know died at that turn of his personality.
Yeah. Yep.
Which makes sense why nobody knows that Darth Vader is Anakin.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, so I don't really, this is going to be a little bit shorter of an episode, but I don't have much else to say. It was just a really, really fun episode. I hope that we get back into some of the more story elements. What are you hoping to see for the next few episodes?
Well, over the next few episodes, I really want to see the gang kind of come together and take on the Inquisitors together, or at least one of the new Inquisitors together, because I think that would be really interesting. Yeah. We still haven't got an episode where the whole gang is fighting against an Inquisitor.
Yeah, and I want to see them fail, and then I want to see Ahsoka come in and just murk them.
Yeah, Ahsoka's going to come in and just wipe the floor. So I can't wait for that. I feel like that'll be later towards the end of the season, perhaps, because I feel like she's going to wipe the floor with these Inquisitors, and then that's when Darth Vader's going to have to come, really step in and say, I need to take care of this myself, because no one else is going to be able to take on Ahsoka.
Oh, God. So many places this could go. I want to see some more of the Jedi-oriented stuff, because I always find the Force stuff the most interesting about Star Wars. I mean, some people like the space battles the best, but I like the exploration and the training of Jedi. I think that's what's most interesting about Star Wars and all those elements. So I want to see some more Kanan and Ezra training.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be much more Kanan and Ezra training and more Rex and Ezra training for sure too.
Do you think that they'll bring in Yoda?
Probably not. I don't think so. I think they'll do it like they did where Ezra and Kanan went to the old Jedi temple to make Ezra's lightsaber and have maybe Yoda's voice speak to him through the Force.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I think that's how they're bringing on Yoda, but actually seeing him, probably not, because I think Yoda's got to be in hiding at this point. So.
Oh yeah, he is.
I mean, if he's down in the swamp, I don't think he's leaving.
I'm wondering about Obi-Wan.
I think Obi-Wan is a stronger possibility, but he's also.
He showed up briefly in the season 1 in like a hologram.
He did. So I think it's possible, but he's also in hiding. He's not trying to become a rebel or anything. You know, he's kind of setting his lightsaber down for a while at least until Luke. I think maybe something will happen that makes him give up on the Rebel Alliance later in the seasons, but I'm not sure that he's gonna come on. Maybe he'll come on in future seasons, but this season I feel like the big reveal from Clone Wars is Ahsoka. That's what it's going to be. Yeah. And Rex, obviously. But I think...
Obi-Wan's got to feel like he bears some of the responsibility for Anakin.
Oh, I'm sure he feels he bears a lot of it. But, imagine if Obi-Wan and Ahsoka paired up. Like, they would have no trouble, like, dealing with the Empire and, like... Obviously, if Darth Vader and everyone came, but, like, the Inquisitors that are there now and, like, the Empire generals that are leading it right now against these, like, small fraction of rebels. I mean, come on. This Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, they're going to destroy everything.
What I'm wondering, I doubt that this is going to happen, but if Obi-Wan shows up and then doesn't tell Ahsoka that Darth Vader's Anakin, that might be interesting.
That could be interesting, but I think Ahsoka's going to find out really soon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. She's going to be so heartbroken. Poor girl.
She'll take it like a champ.
I just recently rewatched the episode where she left the Order, and the whole scene where she leaves is so powerful, and it's going to be intense. I know I bring it up a lot, but it's the thing that I'm most excited for because I loved that TV show so much.
Yeah, and I think the majority of people that love Star Wars and have seen the Clone Wars love the Clone Wars more than they liked pretty much all of the prequels.
Oh, yeah.
It just explained everything to you in such a better and more interesting way. So, it really makes sense.
Yeah, it retroactively makes the movies better almost. At least, like, the plot elements. I mean, you can't fix bad dialogue or poorly executed scenes, but...
But, like, the story element is, I think, slightly rectified at least.
I would say it's almost entirely fixed. I think it completely redeemed that aspect of it.
And, I mean, we both recently rewatched Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, so we'll be having a talk of that coming up here shortly, and then we'll get into more depth and detail as to how we feel about that, and in relation to the new Star Wars that's coming out, how it will fit in and certain elements that can be taken and not taken.
Yeah. We actually, for this, we wanted to focus on some of the good things that they could take from each prequel, but we're going to start with Phantom Menace, and so definitely be looking forward to that, because that'll be a very interesting discussion. I don't see many people talking about the good stuff in the movies, and I have a few things to say that might surprise some people, so yeah, I think that about wraps it up for us, unless you have anything else to add about Rebels.
I do not.
Alright, well, I think that's going to be it. So if you liked the video, give us a like, share with your friends, give us a subscribe and comment below, and let us know what you thought about the episode, what you thought about our discussion, and yep, that's about it. Media Man out.
Subscribe!